Hello and welcome to this video about the Wadia 861 Special Edition. And here we have a clock link option enabled, and this is Wadia's take on DAC controlling the mechanism. So as you see, there's no sound out of that, and this is because they have and I'm out of focus. They have this preamp built in, so you can go straight into power amp, but I don't use it that way. I always bring it up to 100, which is the maximum level, and do use the preamp. I find it sounds better that way. This unit is not a straight 861. It is modified by a company called Great Northern Sound Company. It's one of the Wadia engineers that left and set up this unit. You can see an angry looking beast there. I don't know what animal that is. And it was the only factory approved modification which did not void warranty. So I'll tell you about those modifications because, as I said probably before, you know, there's more information on 861 than on the mods. The biggest thing about it are those things. I originally thought that this was a choke and these were capacitors because they go on balanced outputs there in place of series capacitors, but they're not. These are transformers from Jensen, and they're there to isolate the output and to limit bandwidth, you know, so the digital artifacts cannot go any further and make a unit sound more black, and all sorts of other good things, you know, just cleaning up the output. That, of course, is not a choke, but a capacitor that is put across the mains input. What else have they done? Well, they black gated it to the extreme. In here we have a 9000 micro in place of that capacitor. I don't know what was there originally, I have to check. These are 2200s black gates put in parallel, you know, and stuck together with double-sided tape. 4 more black gates there, and of course on the other side there's a TX servo board, and that has been black gated as well. So, you know, basically every non-surface mount capacitor is a black gate in this unit. Other things that they've done electrically is that they've put chokes. This is a 15 volt supply for the DACs. DACs are Burr Brown PCM 1704, 2496 units. And in here there's 8 volts for the logic circuitry. This is what they call Digimaster. This is where the Wadia magic happens. And they crunch number the 3 field programmable arrays here with 3 crystal oscillators, and they crunch numbers before it gets to the DACs. As you see, those chips have stickers on them, and this is not just paper, this is pretty thick. I think it would be like Sony and Esoteric used to do on their chips to limit emissions of high frequency emissions from the ICs. There's also a bit of like a bitumen tape on that thing, and plenty more of thick ones on the side. Basically every surface you can see is that was available. They stuck one of those on, and also underneath. That is basically it. That's all. There are some of those stickers here. So, but they obviously thought that deadening the unit mechanically is good. Well, which is, I suppose, right, but I don't think that it needed all this work. This being a 24 kilo unit, you know, very well put together with a lot of screws. You know, it's a solid block of metal. That there is the last iteration of BRDS on with Sony KSS-151A magnetic drive laser. Other than the bridge being different, the actual BRDS disc is no longer a die-cast aluminium thing, but or maybe it was something else, but it looked like oxidized aluminium. This sort of looks more like a steel with a green ring. Don't know if it's the same material or not. That is pretty much it. It works fine for me, but the customer sent it because although he bought it as a good working unit, it apparently stops on beginning or end of the disc, or there are some artifacts. Hasn't done that for me. For me it worked just fine. I ran my test CD and it read interruptions data layer to 1.5 millimeter and you know, black lines painted on the disc up to 3 millimeters and 2.5 without artifacts, so it's a very good reader. There's nothing to adjust on the servo board, so I would suspect those surface mount capacitors, which and the reason I say that because I was just finished working, or I'm in the process of working on Wadia 581, and on a servo board all of those were leaky. I mean, not all, 25 out of